Episode 8 is great too, because you get more of Nami's backstory in the sense that Luffy realizes how long Nami has struggled under Arlong, and he gets so enraged because Luffy is about freedom, right? He just wants freedom. And for one of his, what he considers his crew member to not have that freedom, and for that many years, it just enrages him. So it's perfect that we end on this episode because you finally get a chunk of the crew there. You get the navigator, you have Zoro, you have Sanji, you have Usopp. So it's kind of great that he just crushes them. You also get the reveal of like, I mean, you had the reveal in the previous episode, but Garp and Luffy having that conflict and Garp standing down because you are determined to be a pirate. Okay, I respect that. I really enjoyed what they did with Kobe in this season. Kobe being forefront and almost giving the perspective of the Marines and his journey. I really enjoyed that because you do start off with Kobe and Luffy, and for you to see at least the beginning of Luffy as well as the beginning of Kobe is really nice. And even that moment where he hands him Luffy's wanted poster and is partly as a friend is congratulations, your dream is on its way, and then partly is, oh well, I'm a Marine, I'm gonna have to start chasing you and stuff, but not today. We get a tease of Buggy and Alvita, which is great, and of Smoker, who's also great. So it's a good choice to end where they ended off with Nami finally being free and part of the Straw Hats. I like that ending point because Luffy started out with nobody and now he has a crew and a ship, and they are now heading off to the Grand Line. So I love that. I really did enjoy how good the cast is. Special shout outs to Sanji and Usopp because their characters in the anime can potentially not hit all the time, especially like if you're watching like the later arcs where Sanji becomes a little more woman obsessed is one way to put it, and Usopp becomes a little bit more. Usopp is the grounding sense of telling us how dangerous their threat is, but it's so exaggerated that it can kind of be a little bit, it kind of can be a bit annoying, if I'm being absolutely brutally honest. um I mean, I still love the character, don't get me wrong, don't come for me, but like just moments where I'm like, okay, yeah, you're trying to run away for the umpteenth time. But this version of Usopp and Sanji have, Usopp has the fear, the moments where he's and Sanji has the appreciation for the ladies, the flirting he did with Nami right at the as soon as he saw her. But he is also the guy who will kick butt if needed to protect his friends, and Usopp's the person who will come back to save his friends, and he will stand his guard. So they have managed to highlight their strengths while softening their weaker points, but still being true to the characters. I really appreciate that. The rest of the cast is just perfect. You got Zoro, I think, was perfect, and Luffy is perfect, and Nami knocked it out of the park. So I'm just excited for season 2, and now I get to watch it. Will I binge everything? I don't know. I'll binge at least the first few episodes, and then we'll see, because I am actually surprisingly really enjoying this live action adaptation. I was very hesitant because sometimes anime adaptations really do not go well, but this one I think has managed to find its footing. It's not obviously 100% accurate, but they are finding a way to tell the same story just slightly differently, which I think is nice because you still have the heart and the soul of One Piece. You're just getting a twist on it. Some adaptations miss the mark. They clearly don't know what the show is, but I think this One Piece live action does. And you can see that in how they casted their characters, in how they tackle these arcs, in the foreshadowing moments that they do choose to put in. I'm appreciating the changes. I also think it helps there is a bit of distance because I'm rewatching these episodes because I didn't do the reaction to them and I kind of forgot. So that distance also helps, I think, to like it even more. On to season 2.